play, and then also taking fights together. Alright, chat. We're going to now watch the challenges here. We're going to go through this.
Very. Oh, we're there. It's good headway to mount this comeback.
A very good start from these guys here.
Feeling good if you're LAG mates, so off the initial time, you have the better spawns. You're looking to win these fights, and you're looking to get some.
Let's make sure we flow in where we need to.
Headway to mount this comeback.
Yuli looking to take a route, thinking about some early progress at B2. Kismet says we'll have none of that, but Sandy does follow up to play, so a chance still to maybe get
good pickup.
However, it's not worked out thus far.
Nice.
So LAG mates getting a.
Yeah, exactly. Especially in Call of Duty now, where there's not necessarily that huge distinction between good and bad as long as you do it together. More often than not, a bad play is something executed individually.
Decent amount of time off of P1. Johnny's been able to build himself up to a 5 spree. Not even.
This is fantastic from them. Look at Johnny using his free life here. Johnny's getting that info immediately. One of them might spawn out here. Yeah. So this was an issue here. What did you guys notice is an issue here, chat? What did you notice about the time, and what did you notice about the positioning aspect? What did you notice here, chat? Someone tell me what they see. And what should be done differently. Okay. So 6 isn't blocking. Johnny using nobody's hard blocking and playing safe. Very good. Yeah. So very important. One of them should have backed off. Whether or not you play it like this, whether or not you play it super turtly, whether or not you play a position here or a spot based on your timings, there's no safety net. There is nobody playing to block, which then would have resulted in one of them spawning out immediately. Well, 5 is going too rogue. That's the only issue. Because if P2 pops and 5 is here, there's a chance that you're going to force them to spawn behind you. But regardless, irrespective of that, yeah, you're going to make sure you have someone at least counter-blocking.
I like this call from OMiT Brooklyn. Scoreless.
Yeah, you see that? 3, I don't think 3 even would have spawned there. Would 3? I'm actually curious. If Tyler was here, or here, he's not spawning in because he died first. I mean, he might have spawned somewhere here. He would have got a parallel for sure. Either way, the point is, you're gonna make sure you're safety 9. This is a huge misplay here. This is a huge misplay.
From Standy, that's gonna pull things your way. You lose out on these battles still. So LAG mates, if they read this right, they can lock this down.
Oh, Johnny, he is just untouchable right
now. He was to spawn this SWAT. No, I'm curious with Johnny's position though.
No, Shirley has the streak now.
Big John's position.
So that is going to be fantastic. Almost gets a turn and a snap for another one. So that is something.
All right, good job from Noah holding progression here. Piston. No, Johnny, you play that really well initially. So I think here, Big J, I think the issue here, Johnny, is like someone's got to get off on block. But I'm wondering here. No, actually, no, you give it up. They would have spawned SWAT here. I'm just curious though, John. If you're here with P2 up, and say Tyler's here blocking this and this, like blocking like this, where would they spawn? Would they spawn like here? John, what do you reckon? See, that's the thing I'm curious about here, because I think you did a good job. You used a really good job. No. So let's say Tyler was blocking, Johnny. So like say Tyler was blocking, right? Whatever, like he's blocking, right? No. But if you're here, if you're courtyard, so this is you. You're in courtyard. I'm pretty sure they spawn back 18, right? If Tyler's blocking all this, because I'm thinking like let's say you went super duper rogue. They'd spawn even deeper 18. I'm pretty sure. Like that was just like my question. Yeah, I'm thinking like super far back here. Yeah, low key. That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, I think you do a good job playing your free life. I just think the rest of the guys need to play their life and safety net. Obviously Tyler's got a shift. So Tyler has to make sure he's playing you. And Kiz is gonna make sure he is, or number 7 has to make sure he's staying alive.
Second spawn in the back. Brooklyn scoreless. Heading into the second spawn in the back from Standy. That's gonna pull things
And right here,
away.
this right here
Lose
could
out
have
on
been the
these
game. You
battles
guys
still,
could have been
so
up like
LA
70
they
to
read
fucking
this
3.
right, they can lock this down.
Oh, Johnny, he is just untouchable right now. He has
Donald is 8-0.
completely awakened. 8-0. Surely has the streak
Nice.
now in his pocket.
But Noah held progression really well. Johnny has full streaks. 38 seconds.
Another one. So that is something to certainly
So Noah's
keep an
holding
eye on
progression
going
here.
into some of these future hills. Another one. So that is something to certainly
So
keep
8
your
is
eye
using
on
7's
going into
progression.
some of
I
these
think
future
6
hills.
comes
Lunar just gonna page
and uses
the
progression. I
couple
think
in the
we.
corner.
Do
Gets
I
a
think
good
he
read on the
pinches?
second, but won't be able to come up with the kill. LAG mates still going to have themselves a decent lead, but OMiT Brooklyn still looking to.
I mean, they're
try to be
banging
scrappy
time.
here for the remaining 20 seconds.
They're gonna invest the Hellstorm right away as well. So
Yeah,
that's
they
just
invested the streak.
salt in the
They should
wound
be
for the
aping here, I
initial.
think. I feel
It's a
like
good time for
another turn
LAG.
round. It's 10 seconds.
Get a flip of the spawns for a couple of these players. OMiT,
They know,
just
they recognize,
avoiding
okay,
it new, and
5 is out,
Johnny
7's
is
out.
gonna be
They're going to
so
spawn behind you.
important for Standy to win. You get it. You have an early setup towards this hill, but
I'm out though. Have a great. Appreciate you, Big J. Yeah, have fun in your scrims.
Need some critical time here if you're OMiT Brooklyn. Work yourself.
No,
into
I'm
the
sure
game.
if someone's dumpster, right? If someone's in here, and you push out 18, yeah, you're spawning behind. If multiple people are pushed out, but like I'm thinking, if someone's here, will they still spawn in here? No, but I don't think so. I think they'll spawn like back here. That's a good one, but that's a situation you'll never really get in.
get it. You have an
I've never
early
really
setup
seen that
towards
this year.
hill, but it has to translate into time now.
It does.
Okay, so right here, play for P1. Make sure we're flowing through
Critical time
P1.
here if you're OMiT Brooklyn. Work yourself
We're gonna
back
make sure we're
into
trusting the
game.
flow.
Might be looking to take a route, or at the very least.
Nice. Now we bang time. We gotta be fast. We gotta be fast. Help each other here. Play with pace.
Can't come up with a second. Johnny now answering back. Lunar's getting involved in the play. He's starting to just trying to work yourself back.
Time now.
It does.
Early setup towards this hill, but it has to translate.
So I think
into
right
time
here,
now.
I don't even think Johnny goes burger. I think we're trying to play through street. 3 of us trying to play through P1. Let the last guy get burger. Like forget this guy initially. We can collapse on time. And even then, we know someone's going to be in burger here, so we can leave him for the last guy.
Critical time here if you're OMiT Brooklyn. Work yourself back into the game. Lunars might be looking to.
Because
take
then
a
8 would
route at
already
the very
be
least.
through P1 here, and then 5 can play 3, and then we can collapse on time here. And this is the situation I'm talking about, right? This is another situation. This is a kill box. Let them spawn here for a wave chat. 48 seconds. You have all the power spots. Courtyard, here, here, and time. Just kill box it. Take the same fights together.
Finesse through mid. Control in the restaurant. Looking solid so far for Standy, but he can't come up with a second. Johnny now answering.
It's the same chat. You see, this is why I harp on using transferable concepts, right? What does this situation remind you of? This exact situation remind you of? What hill? Chat, if you guys have been listening this entire way, what is this situation exactly like? Yeah, exactly, right? Red card P4. Why is it exactly like red card P4? Good answer, Danny boy. P2 vault, not necessarily P2 vault. Well, yeah, kind of like P2 vault, but more so red card P4, but why? Why from a flow perspective? Why from a spawn perspective? What do you think? What do you think? Marty PJ, I want you to answer this if you're here. Let's have a think, guys. Transferable concepts, let's have a think. Can kill them crossing when spawning. Very good. Exactly. Take unfavorable. Very good, guys. Yes. So it's the same thing as red card P4. Is the guys who come off arches have the ability to then try and help the time instantly, whether it's with supportive tacks, supportive nades, or just taking gunfights, right? So it's the same thing. Is you want to try and force control of P1 and courtyard in order to then deny the next set of kills, soak time, create that kill box, and now you're in favorable positions to take fights together. And the reason why this is more of a, it's more important to even do that on this on this rewind P3 is because look at the hill. 75% of it's open, and you can just nade square, right? Easy to break. And then once you know exactly where they are, based on if you have this pushed out, you get them spawning here, guys. They just got to run down into a kill box. Yeah, they might go out the map, whatever, but they're still in a kill box, and then you can flip on your own terms. And then you can let the game come to you, and then you fight together. Right? Easy enough.
Back, Lunar's getting involved in the play. He's starting to
So that's where I want to see double P1. If I was them going through it, I'd be like, yo, let's double, triple P1, keep that P1 control, and then you can take routes towards time. You see? So right here, we gotta be quicker. We gotta be quicker doing this shit. And then you spawn here. Bet they have no map progression when you spawn here. There's a difference between you spawning here, no map progression, versus here, versus like here, versus like here, right? And then go through P1 if needed, or go through the street because you know they have no map progression. Right? They got to be quicker here. So they have to be quicker because there is 20 seconds and now there needs to be an element of risk. Why? Chat, why should there be an element of risk in 20 seconds? Why should they be quicker at 20 seconds going into a P4? What's so significant about that? And it's similar to a Skyline P1 to P2. What's similar about that? The flip, yes. So, spot on, Sawyer. I'm going to call you Sawyer from now on, because I'm not going to call you Xavier. Right? Because, fantastic answer. Is when you are going into a money hill, you need to take risk in order to spawn people out. In order to prevent enemies from getting a full setup on money hills. Now, chat, new viewers in here. Why do we call them money hills? Why are they money hills? Think about it. Why are they money hills? Why do we call them money hills? Hard to break. Why are they hard to break? Give me more specifics. Sticky spawns, very good. Sticky spawns, yeah, very hard to flip. Because the spawns are so sticky, meaning you have to push even further to get them spawning out, which is hard to do. Like a Skyline P2, right? You can get a full setup. You can get crosses. You have crossfires. You have team shots. It's easy to pick up lanes off spawns and multiple layers. That's why these are considered money hills. The power spots are amazing. The hybrid spots are amazing. The spawns are sticky, which have more layers, meaning you can get away with playing more aggressive. You spawn in Africa every time you die. That's why we consider them money hills, because every wave has more efficiency with the amount of time you soak. Right? Not Gridlock, fantastic answer. I've missed you. Where the hell have you been? I've missed you. And when I needed you the most, you appear. Yes, agreed. Afflicted, fantastic answer, right? So, whenever you have money hills, Skyline P1 to P2 is a good example. You want to take risk in order to force parallels at the very least, because you are not giving them the opportunity to soak or set up. If you die, you die. At least you took the risk. This hill is weird if you're not on time and blocking. If you're not on time and blocking, you flip, I think. It depends on where you are, because there's 2 spawn points on this P4. If you're talking about P3, not necessarily, because you can still get back here to then block like a spawn here. There's like a close no map progression spawn here, another one here. There's a couple. But yeah, essentially yes. So you take risk. You take risk here. So right here we need to die. We have to go and die. You know what I mean? So right here, he should be going here. We should be going here. We should let them want to fight here. Essentially. And then take risk to then force a flip. You don't want to give teams entire setups for then this to happen. And then you spawn here knowing, okay, he's playing our side. If you spawn here, yes, he's playing our side. If he's on this side, like you see here, if he's on like this side, you'll spawn here. So draw a line. If you're on this side, you'll spawn like deep, like here, as you saw. If you're on this side, you'll spawn like deep here.
solid here so far
Good plays.
for some of the
From him here.
players on OMiT Brooklyn. Just
Yep,
trying to
agreed.
hold this side of the map. A lot of work to be done for LAG mates, and Johnny will be shut down as well. Yuli with some crispy shots. Kismet does eventually get the trade, but now
So he won't have the timing to flip, right? And he's got no teammates here. So we want to do a 1-2-1. I mean, you can try.
has to start flying forward here, playing for the spawns or waiting for
You're
his
not
teammates.
gonna. So these are the situations like right here. Just hold. 1, 2, boom, 2. And then you can go where you think their pressure is the least or where people are weak. Right here.
Work this aggression, spawn back for Standy.
So he should stay alive. So right here, do nothing. Do nothing, stay alive. Shoulder, stun, nade. If anything, you slide here. Right? Boom. He has info. Or because he has an SMG, I don't even mind him going here. Right? Then an AR can take this, and then someone else can go here. Child here, take Rise here. Boom. Easy break right now.
Good moment for
Essentially what they've done here, but like he stays alive. And then when you spawn here, you know someone's pushed out past here.
LAG mate's gonna have to break this one from the front. All 3 members there.
What can you do?
So can you imagine here, right? Very good setup. Very good setup from the guys. Now if someone was staying alive here, they can then repinch. That would have been fantastic. Really good right there. It's just staying alive, and it's about staying alive when you're setting up a break so you can set up a team push together rather than trying to take a time and you don't have.
Tax everything you have. We'll see if Felony can try to get himself anything, but no, Fellow shut down. Another big double up happens from the front.
This is a map where LAG mates, we saw them play Team War in their Game 5.
25, they can do the same.
Yesterday, they lost it by 8 points. So getting the run back for this map mode combo against a red-hot OMiT Brooklyn squad. This is something that I'm sure LAG mates want their revenge on.
Great help there.
No timing to flip, so hold your progression. Yes, spot on. Thank you, Gridlock, for the tier 1, brother. Appreciate you so much. Welcome.
P5 just about to pop here, so the early
Yep,
rotation
exactly.
battles
Spot on.
taking place. Standy, we'll see if he's going to be able to get anything. Watch the
Then now they can take their numbers because they recognize, hey, we're going to spawn in behind us based on where we are in relation to this. And then one of them can turn around and the rest of them can ape time. And then potentially whoever they kill will spawn here based on if they're pushing or spawn here, so on and so forth. So take your numbers when you have them.
So now goes in for the challenge, and Johnny, no problem for him. He finds the first pickup. LAG mates, they get themselves into the time first.
LAG.
Nice.
With sub out, instant break.
Right,
back
spawn
from
PT.
Brooklyn. They got 3 players here and a 4th to pick up the flank as well. Big fight in the back. Lunars wins it. So
That's a good pinch from John here.
For LAG, Johnny's on 4 in a row. He's going to look to get this back time. 30 seconds that you're fighting for.
All right, Johnny.
Nice.
That's another spree. A chance for some more streaks, potentially. Goes for the chow, but finally taken out. Lunars, however, with a beautiful follow-up. He finds himself a big double. That's going to allow them to get some more time.
And that's 20
Nice.
seconds that is going to take you back into
You
the
out.
lead here after you
See
have
tomorrow.
to start from Johnny.
Wait, you're screaming tomorrow.
0 gets that Hellstorm. You invest it right away towards P2, so you want to lead.
Got you.
because of the
Yeah, I
seconds
got
that
you.
rotate.
Alright, see you tomorrow.
When you invest so much,
A simple
such
P3
good
LAG
start.
allowed OMiT back in the
It's
game and
such a
take a lead.
close
Yes,
game for
yes.
somebody who's 20 and 8, and
The Discord got
look at the rest of
permabanned?
the
Fuck's
squad
sake,
just
JC.
falling behind, and OMiT Brooklyn, and they're not too far away. Couple good hills.
This is good. Good route from Noah.
Flip, and
So
they're
right here, again,
not
this is
quite
this
just
is this
falling
is
behind,
relatively
and
decent right here. They're not reading it though.
such a good
They have to
start.
be reading this.
It's such a close game for somebody who's 20 and 8, and you look at
No
the rest
worries,
of the
Afflicted.
squad
I appreciate
just
you, brother.
falling behind, and OMiT Brooklyn, and they're not too far away. Couple
Alright guys,
good
this is
hills.
going to be my last map, okay? So, any questions, anything you guys want me to go through, let me know right now, okay? Because I'm going to leave in like 10, 15.
And they can flip things back into their side.
Yuli.
So right here, you spawn here, boom, someone's pushed out either the left side of the hill or B Street.
Finds
You spawn here, pushed out on the other side.
himself a few kills.
You spawn here, both sides. Normally, again, if you don't get the closest spawn possible to the hill, there's a degree of manipulation happening somewhere. That's how you know exactly where one person is.
Try to get himself over to the restaurant, play the power position, but will not be allowed to do so. LAG mates now finally with a clean kill feed, looking to break themselves right into P1. Brack left up for
So-
finally with a clean kill feed, looking to break.
What do you think is good about this, and what do you think I don't like about this? Chat, give me some ideas of what I like and don't like. What do you reckon, chat? What do you reckon? I hear you start looking to play ahead. Okay. They have a numbers, it's 4v2 ape. Never mind, he killed the guy, not playing ahead. So, I like the fact that they aped, right, in a 4v2. Very good. Like you guys are saying, I want them to start thinking ahead, playing ahead. I wouldn't even mind John taking this guy taking this guy taking this. Yes, they're still potentially still going to spawn there. But if John can get into laundry, they'll start getting parallels 18 as long as they're not in courtyard hard blocking, right? And then you have the option of either playing the wave from here, playing spots to play the wave, and then he can take a route like this and keep him here. Or you have the option to then adapt, recognize you, hey, I'm spawning 1, 2, 3 out, and flip. Either or. I just don't like the fact that they both decided to converge through a doorway rather than trying to at least take space for the next wave or take space to flip, in my opinion. Like right here, if John takes that broken right, he can play for 64. Kiz and I know Lunas has an AR. I don't care. I don't care that Lunas has an AR. I really don't. But Lunas and Kismet can then play together for Brack. They can either play the wave for another 30 seconds because you know they are going to hit this, and then 6 can activate off a pinch and they can stay there, and Johnny could have stayed here and kept him here. That's what I would have preferred, because then you would have soaked the last 30. You would have soaked at least 10 seconds, 12 seconds, made kills in power spots or hybrid spots, because they have to clear everything. He can help this. He's this guy's watching this guy's rotating, right? They would have had this is a makeshift setup. They would have had a makeshift setup, let the game come to them, got a couple of kills, ran forward, flipped, and then had P2, right?
For grabs, but unfortunately will line up one of the teammates as Johnny's shooting anything that moves.
Yeah, nobody is safe.
You see? Now, what this does is, because John doesn't do that, 64 then plays for 6, because they understand they spawn in P2 for a reason. Yeah, because we have B streak, we have fucking streak control, right? So then Johnny would have played for him. Kiz would have still, Lunas would have still been alive. 6 would have then activated off that. What if someone shifted left and picked 6 up on the street? That's fine. Let them. You know at least where one person is. You can then activate Elephant or Laundry or Stage off that. And even if it's street, you're still going to spawn here. This is a no map progression spawn right here. Even though he's street, you're still going to spawn here based on where these guys are. Right?
When Johnny is frying.
See that? Again, no map progression spawn. Let's say if 4 was gens, then you would have spawned street.
Looking to hold this lead. One more hit from
and this is fine. This is fine. Now you can flip on the next wave. But ideally, you would have had these positions earlier. You would have had the timings earlier. That's my point. Not horrible in the end, but these are the little things that matter. And 8 should have stayed where he was. 8 could have stayed where he was, because then Johnny could have played off that. You know, like, Johnny should be helping 8 here. So right here, the flow is wrong. The flow is fucked. 7 should be towards time, playing for this or helping this in a hybrid spot. He should be playing a hybrid spot here. I would tell Lunas play a hybrid spot here. You can watch both. Johnny is helping Kiz, and 6 is then playing info street. This is how we trust the flow. Trusting the flow here.
One more hit from OMiT Brooklyn. It looks like
Johnny should not even be paying a single attention to that.
At the moment, they're going to just take them out of this hill, but so much focus on trying to deny anybody from slipping through the gaps here for.
And now you're back to square one, right? Now they have to play ahead for P2 because now they know they don't have the rotations. So they have to set up a P2 break right here. Play for street, get the last guy hit in front. You spawn deep. Why do you spawn deep? Because someone's pinching. Look at where 7 is. Oh, I spawned 18. Why? Now this is the perfect 3-1 right here from LAG. Now they just got to wait and do something together. Read the info. I would have preferred in this situation, because you know only one kill's been made, he's going to spawn close anyway. He's going to spawn here and be like, yo, they're hitting the back, right? If you spawn here, or like here, it's a no map progression spawn. So you spawn here, boom, someone's hitting like around here, right? Boom. Okay. Take this route, open up the play for this guy. You're taking routes that are helping each other. He can then activate, or even 8 can help 6. I would rather, to be honest, 8 helps 6 and 7 plays front, personally. I know they're tweaking about someone probably potentially taking a route.
Give them a huge chance to potentially play for a flip in the back.
But back, big win for.
Nice, but they're still going to spawn trash though.
2-for-2 trades, still threatening
Yeah,
these back
look.
spawns, but everybody's going to spawn here for OMiT.
They're going to spawn there anyway. P2 is just so sticky.
2 collapsing from the back, 2 collapsing from the front. Just need to find the kills. Fellow is going to be red. Johnny, what could he do?
Nice, John.
Well, it's just about everything. It feels like almost 3 kills.
What's good, Nick?
Lined up for him
How you doing, fella?
But he's going to be taken out as Prolute's on the flank, and that will.
And again, they need to be calling out, like, you spawn super deep here, yo. Again, their pressure is going to be diagonal to how deep you spawn. Yo, someone's pushed out gens. Let's play for it. You know what I mean? Little comms like that need to help.
And that will allow OMiT Brooklyn
7 even deeper, yo. They're pushing out. They're pushing out guilds.
For OMiT, where you can start to garner a lead going into these third hills.
Now you're in a tough situation where they have scrap and they have new.
He's going to be spotted by you.
And it doesn't matter because they're just going to spawn potentially. I mean, they might spawn behind. Nah, they spawn on him. Yeah. Look, there you go, 7. No map progression spawn. If you do not get this spawn, they've got map progression somewhere. Info is telling you where they are. Right here, play for P1. Play for P1, right? Make this guy irrelevant. Take your fights P1. So someone should be going here. Double P1. Someone taking a gens route to get caught. Last guy take a burger route. And just play off that. And then adapt off the info in the moment.
Of a lead change on P2, they are getting the initial now in P3.
OMiT Brooklyn feels like they're starting to really grab a hold of this game, and LAG mates are just falling behind in the pacing.
Now it just comes down to kills at this point.
Something's gonna have to
The
change.
setup is good, it's just kills.
But Standy just so unstoppable inside the
Yeah,
restaurant.
I think so.
Comes back to help on
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
hill, and that's gonna put
Absolutely,
them
I
up
think so.
4 in a row. Great work being done by Standy. They're gonna go for another double challenge to see if they can finally deal with them, and well, they will. But it is 5 kills and ends up coming through. It has just been complete
It's just so.
dominance here for OMiT.
Chat, do you see what I'm saying about the kill box? If you have power spots and you play your guy and you only have to focus on one lane, when you take fights together, they can't do anything because they're the ones who have to make the move. They're the ones who you can catch sprinting. They can't just sit there ironing. For one person might, but you're gonna trade them. You're gonna team shot him. Who ripped the loudest ass? Caesar.
Got the Hellstorm, so on his way to doubling up.
And now they're gonna read that someone's at the back because Johnny is spawning them out. So LAG have to be fast here. They gotta go quick. Johnny's gonna buy as much time as he can, but 7 and 6 have to trade together. Johnny even gets a kill. They gotta be fast, but they might just spawn on top of him. No, they haven't. Okay, we're good. They gotta go here. They might spawn out P2 here, which they do.
Alright, he does give them at least a chance.
Oh my god, do they spawn? No, no, they're fine. Look, this is good. This is Noah has played his life.
They're gonna spawn up with Lunars here. There is a lot to be done.
Just challenge where the pressure is.
Mid, but you called it. Street could be the play. Yuli gonna come through the middle, able to find.
Yep, just challenge where the street is. The pressure is. This is so good from LAG. This is something I always preach to the guys. Like, we want to fill and flow out this way first. Why? Chat. Why do we want to fill and flow out these lanes first? Why do we want to fill that first during a wave? I want to know. Someone give me an answer. Someone new give me an answer why you think that might be the case. Think about it. Let's think about it, chat. They spawn not necessarily a Toko. What does flow? Flow means what lanes and the order in which you pick up the lanes. Why do you want the first guy and the second guy to be picking up these lanes first? Good, Danny boy. Fantastic answer. Yeah, you basically spawn them deep. That's a fantastic answer. But why do we want them to run through street? What does that do? What do I keep on saying when it comes to breaks? But it applies here. There's a couple of things that it allows them to do. Come on, chat. Especially from a setup. Let's keep it simple. What does it allow you to do? It creates layers. Good. Fantastic. It creates layers. So even if they block this, you're going to spawn here. If you spawn here, you know someone's got through past the point. Very good. Layers. Okay? We guys in power positions ready for them? Good. You're in power positions. Good. You can trade. But don't forget, these are complementary routes. Meaning, when you push out and get space first, wherever the pressure's coming from after you get killed, you're gonna crossfire. These are lanes you can easily pick up from the spawn. These are lanes you can easily pick up, right? You have crossfires. You're taking the same fight and you're minimizing the routes that they can take to then anticipate and fight together. That's why we do it. Very, very good answers, guys. Fantastic, guys. Very, very good.
LAG have to win their fight. So far, so good. Shallow with the pistol. Johnny's gonna win.
They'll spawn around P2 side here.
P3,
There you go. You see how they spawn P2 because of where 5 is? Wherever you are hardest, chat, this is a funny joke, right? And this is how you guys are going to remember it. Wherever you are hard, you need to be soft on the other side and reading the pressure coming from there. Okay? So, if Johnny is hard here, 6 has to be soft here. Because Johnny is being hard on one side of the map, he is making him spawn on the other side of the map. When you make them spawn in a particular side of the map, they're more likely to take certain routes because of the concepts that we've been talking about. Because they know you're hard here. If you're rock hard on this side, you know they're taking the routes here. By playing soft, you introduce your teammates to where the pressure's coming from. Hard on one side, soft on the other. By playing soft, not only do you block, but you buy time for your teammates when you let the game come to you. When you play hard on one side, you allow him to use his free kill and his free life, to then make plays of where he thinks the timings are. Hard on one side, soft on the other.
Information. This is going to be a flank on the rest of your team.
Johnny has just been unbelievable this map. He's doing everything to fight and
32 and 16. Johnny is fighting.
Get to that second S&D is what Johnny is screaming inside.
You see that? Now you can introduce your teammates into the play. Now 7 needs to be playing a bit more aggressive here, while 5 is taking his free life. This is very good from 5, but 5's got to be like a bit more quicker here.
They soak up the majority of that time, so now it's all about transitioning back into P5.
Job's not done. P5.
So 7 has spawned here, which should tell him, hey, there's somebody pushed out Gen's side, or 18. Gen's or 18.
Johnny still here. He's going to be spotted. Kills for OMiT Brooklyn. Lunar's looking to
nice. Now this is where they should win. They should know they're going to spawn 18 here. They should spawn 18 because of where 8 is. Now they can play the wave and take fights together. 8 has a free life. 8's got the first kill. 8's done his job, right? 8 right here. Kiz has done his job. Fantastic work from Kiz, right? Playing his guarantee. He has a free life to then read where the pressure's coming from. Ideally, they can micro bump if they want to, but because Kiz is out, these guys need to not scam.
Back into a lead as well. They're right here still fighting for
5 needs to, so this is, you see here guys, this is my point, this is the issue. So 6 needs to back off a bit and play to block P2 and these spawns here. Because you're double pushed out, the game wants to flip. Especially when you're pushed out both sides. Push and pull. So he needs to hard block here. He doesn't hard block, you're giving them a natural pinch. This is where they'll end up losing the game.
Absolutely are. Lunars 2 in a row. Can't build that
Because they won't read
further.
3.
Johnny, though, he is
They aren't. Well, they'll read him, but it's too late.
to build the kill.
Instead of keeping the game controlled, where Fellow should have kept the game controlled, you're the last guy in line. Your job as the last guy in line is to keep the game controlled and ask questions. The hard block spot is this. Is like here. Here. Both here. It blocks P2 and it blocks this. But again, it depends on how far you push on this side. If both of you guys are in guilds, then they'll spawn like here potentially. Push and pull, push and pull, push and pull.
Kills, 34 kills for him, but it's enough.
But they could have won the P5 right here, chat.
Looking for a double chow, but
and right here, they're like, yep, they're pushed out Gen. So 7 needs to stay alive. It's fine, he gets pushed out, whatever. Now 8 and 5 are trying to, they're just making solo plays here. This is an issue. Right here. They do a good job initially. They're playing Hive Mind. These are situations now where I keep preaching they have to do something together. Do something together. They're taking different routes where they're not going to force trades, especially in a 4 versus 3. Which then they're potentially going to spawn here anyway. Where Lunas is going to spawn here. So just do something together.
Pressure out. You can see just how much space OMiT Brooklyn are taking away.
See that 7 still spawns anyway, but they just take one-on-ones.
LAG wants to fight for Johnny, trying to will his team to a game 5 right now. He needs
there you go.
Somebody.
And then because you don't have a hive mind, and this is a problem when you're not doing something together, is you're not forcing trades together, you're not in the gunfights together, you're not in the breaks together, you're now taking 1v2s, 1v2s, 1v1s, you're fucking over your teammates.
To help, somebody's got to save him from this moment. 15 seconds is all OMiT Brooklyn need to this P1.
And then there you go, that's all she wrote. There you go, you see the spawn that I'm saying? This is the spawn you can get. Based on how far you guys are pushing out. They're blocking everything, you see that? They're blocking 18. They're blocking here because of how far this guy's pushed. And this guy's also pushed too. And then you spawn him here. Even if you were here, boom, spawn in here. So push, pull, push, pull, push, pull.
Has to be flawless.
And it's hard to be perfect on P1. Yuli,
it's impossible to be perfect on P1.
Back, able to find himself one. Can he reach out and go for the second stand?
Nice. Good shit. Good shit from fucking whoever this was.
They're able to find 3, make it 4 with the help of Fellow, and they are still holding on.
Everybody spawning out.
And again, we're double scamming.
Make it 4 with the help.
Right here, we don't have the timings to push out. Right here, they should be playing tight. Right here, it's not his job to push out. It's his job to use the free life. His job is just to play a power spot to then let the game come to him. He's doing too much, trying to get too much space. He needs to just sit here, wait. His teammates are probably going to spawn based on how far he's pushing, like P2. And then they can refill based on that.
Help a fellow.
There you go. He spawns here, right?
And they are still holding on.
He scams. He scams. He can't use his free life. Now, 2 down. What are the enemies going to do? Quickest route possible. They will just bang. You know? It's about, this is where you value your life. One person staying alive too long is a problem. The other person not valuing his life enough.
For the hill time.
There's GG's.
Goes down and it's only 5 seconds. This is done.
This is looking like it's going to be it. OMiT Brooklyn, the finals.
All right, chat. Appreciate you guys. The locker room is done. Any final questions? Anything for me you guys want to know before I leave? Appreciate the follow, brother. Means a lot. If you haven't followed, please make sure you are following. I've got a locker room on Thursday. Same time on Thursday. So please make sure you are following if you haven't. Guys, most importantly, please check out the post pinned. This one here. Any retweets, any likes, any comments would be much appreciated. Any likes on my free agent tweet would be much appreciated. So please make sure you guys have a look. Follow for you guys lurking if you haven't. There's going to be a locker room on Thursday. For you guys who want to play, I've got viewer 8s on Friday and viewer 8s on Sunday. Join the Discord if you haven't. So if you guys want to play 8s, if you guys want to play ranked, my Discord will be in the chat. Pacing is about reading the game. Pacing is about prediction, reading the game, and then flow. when you understand what enemies are spawning, when you understand timings, you then start to predict where the enemies are going, what they're doing, what they have. Your pacing will get better. I promise you. It stems from that. Any feedback, any love, any primes, any follows on Twitter as well would be much appreciated. If you want private coaching, my website is there for private coaching. My Twitter is here. My Instagram is here. My TikTok is here. Oh, guys, my YouTube channel. I upload these to YouTube. I've uploaded quite a bit to YouTube, so check out my YouTube channel. Anything that you guys want on YouTube, you can check there. So this will be uploaded on YouTube if you want to go back and watch them. I've uploaded a new video today. Let me show you. Actually, chat, let me show you the new video. So this is the new video, chat. Make sure you guys check this out. Yeah, I will do. I will try and upload a bunch to TikTok. So yeah, follow on everything. Appreciate you guys. Any final questions from anyone about anything? Doesn't even have to be COD related. Any questions about anything? Coaching, LAG, anything like that? Before I go. I'm going to give it 30 seconds and then I'm out. If anyone does have anything. Best Dragon Ball character is definitely Gohan. Going to be live tomorrow? No, I don't think I'll be live tomorrow. I'm going to do a lot of business work and outside of COD stuff tomorrow. Other than that, anything? Who you coaching next? I don't know. Did I make my announcement? Yes, I made my announcement. Actually, good question. Good question. So I haven't made my announcement. Oh, sorry. I have made my announcement today. So this is the tweet. So I've left Gentlemates. I will not be coaching them next year. I'm not coaching them for EWC. They decided we came to the agreement that we're not going to work together anymore. So that is the announcement tweet. I am looking for a new CDL team. I don't know what CDL team it is at the moment. Do I think I will get on a CDL team? Honestly, no, to be honest. So I'm going to be planning otherwise. But yeah, that's it really. Team up with Crowder. Budgets, unfortunately, guys, budgets are a big problem. I love Crowder. I look up to Crowder. I would do anything to work with him, but you know, budgets not there. There isn't an infinite amount of money going round, unfortunately. So spots are limited. No, Optic are solid too. Optic have everything they need. To be honest with you, would that work? It'd be nice. But you have Damon and JP, so why do you need me? Right, you've got Damon Barlow 4 rings, one of the greatest to ever do it. So wouldn't work. No, you know Lamar's a fantastic coach. I don't think I am. I think Lamar is a fucking fantastic coach. Why have me if you have him? You know. So again, I would love to work with Lamar. That would be fucking amazing. It won't happen. I don't know if it will happen or could happen because C9 type budgets. I know from personally. Surge, again, I don't know. Again, I just don't see where the opportunities are. Surge, yeah, Falcons, I don't know. We'll see. Who's winning champs? LAT. Would I work with Clay? Fuck yeah. Clay is someone who I looked up to, and I worked with him a little bit on New York, and I loved everything about him. Right? Again, it's just the opportunities are so few and far between from a budget perspective, and even just from an opportunity perspective. I just won't be surprised if I'm not in the league next year, and it's okay, whatever. Whatever happens, I'll keep doing this shit. Okay, guys, alright. Any final questions, or I'm out? I'll give it. Appreciate you, Mr. Medetta. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As long as you guys keep watching this, as long as you guys want this shit, I'll keep doing it. And next year, I'm still gonna study the game 10 hours a day. I'm still gonna try and coach as much as I can. I'm still gonna be a part of it. So these will be always like up to date. Alright, guys, take it easy. Have a good night. I will see you guys on